All right, JAG University here with Abraham, aka Abe.
That's me.
That's me. Well, I'm gonna go by Abe. You're not in trouble, so I'm not gonna go by your full name.
Sounds good.
Abe, I joke around for first time guest on the show, right?
Yeah, long time listener.
I've always wanted to say that. Wanted to get into something that's kind of getting a lot more momentum here in the office. And you actually bound our first crypto mining equipment policy.
Yes, correct.
Right, so we call it's crypto mining equipment. Right?
Yeah, crypto miners, crypto mining.
Crypto miners.
Yeah, same thing.
Kind of what was cool about it is going through that process, from soup to nuts. Talk about a little bit like the challenges, right, and how is it defined as far as how to insure that type of equipment?
Okay, so it is a challenge because it's something that's not too really known about in the insurance world. Not many carriers are covering it now. I think we got 2 offers from 2 different carriers. The main thing is they kind of just want to know like the specs and pricing of the mining equipment, because it's a very simple policy if you really think about it. It's just blanket. You list out everything and all the miners that you have, serial numbers, and you're golden.
And I believe it was written on an inland marine form, correct?
Correct. Yeah, correct. So, for example, what I wrote, it was a $600,000 blanket. He has, I want to say, 40 miners here and there, each valued about $15,000. That's really all they wanted to know is like how many do you have, where they're going to be located, price of each, The complicated thing about it is they want to know the security measures of them, because
I was going to bring that up too, like the location itself, right? Some of the facilities purposely are, they don't give as much information anymore for the privacy aspect of it. Right?
Exactly. So I mean, my client didn't have the miners in his basement or anything like that. He sent him off to a facility where they will hold and kind of power his mining equipment for him. I don't know what he's paying for rent or anything like that. All I know is it was kind of a mission to get the security measures. It's like you have to call them, and then they don't know, they transfer you over to another facility that's not even the facility that they're at. So you kind of have to, play detective, look online, kind of see.
Well, and I think it's set up purposely for that reason too, right? There's a little bit of security measures is one thing. Some of, and obviously that's a business that's going to continue to evolve. Another challenge, we talked about it previously, was some of the mining equipment itself tends to depreciate. Right?
Of course,
like these machines purposely are running.
Yeah, so it's weird because it's kind of like an agreed value type of thing. Like I guess in the time of a claim, we'll kind of figure it out and see how it plays out. But they kind of just wanted to know a price. Like, okay, this mine is going to cost $15,000. Okay, we'll insure it for $15,000. Show me the proof of, the transaction and how much it's going to cost to get them over here. Another thing he wanted.
Break this down and insure pieces of equipment that, number one, aren't common.
Yeah.
Most people have no idea where they come from, how they're made, right? And even the purpose of it, when we understand that lingo a little bit more, but just the unfamiliarity of it makes things even difficult to insure, right? Insurance companies want to have that peace of mind.
Exactly. Which, that goes into it. They're really insuring just the equipment, because you can't get something like a business income on it or anything like that.
Right.
Because what's the value? It's a value that's always changing up and down, and it's going to be different every day. So when an exclusion that I saw that was very interesting, that they have something called a distributed denial of service attack, which is, for sure it's a DDoS attack. So I saw that, and when I looked into it, they said the exclusion basically states that if you get attacked in the DDoS fashion, which is basically they just flood the internet service of wherever you're at, and the miners turn off, because they work off the internet and the blockchain.
It's basically enough power.
Excluded, yeah. So basically all you're doing is covering this piece of equipment that is literally depreciating by the minute.
Yeah, so and that's where it goes. That's why I think a lot of people aren't insuring it per se, right? Like, what's the value? Obviously you buy insurance for peace of mind.
Yeah.
Initial transaction, but it'd be curious to see like how in lieu of a claim, and we're ready for that, right?
Yeah, we're ready.
We're ready for that if that happens. But it's curious to see how insurance companies are going to react as far as the depreciated value.
Yeah,
right?
like how are they going to kind of determine like, okay, this has been running for 30 days straight and it finally broke down, are we going to pay it out? To my knowledge, I would think it's only going to be paying out if, from an outside peril, such as a fire happens wherever, or like wind, hurricane, tornadoes were covered. Sure. Yeah, stuff like that. Which another interesting thing is also since it's in a mining facility, you're there with other people's miners. If somebody's miner blows up and for some reason and it damages yours, you're actually covered there too. So it's good coverage to have, in my opinion. When you're putting 40 different miners in this location that you don't know what's going on, you're putting it in the hands of another company just to hold them for you.
Complete third party.
Yeah,
that's for just like this specific policy. I think this is what makes insurance industry, a lot more exciting, right? When products come, people call, they're looking for solutions, we're able to deliver it, and then we learn through the process as well.
Of course.
So now you're the crypto mining expert.
Yeah,
right?
it's
pocket underwriter, aka Sean, right?
Right.
Yeah, we know who he is. But that's great, man. It's cool to kind of continue to evolve in that conversation, and I'm naming you the crypto mining expert.
Yeah, man. It's honestly it was a great opportunity. Like, it's something that you would think like, nobody's really gonna cover this. Like, it's something that's going to depreciate, nobody knows the value really of it because, you're buying it so if you're buying a Bitcoin miner, you're buying the miner in Bitcoin. So it's like, you bought it at point whatever Bitcoin that transfers over really to $14,000. But, if Bitcoin goes up, you really actually bought it for like 17 now. So that value is, it could be a little gray area, and it's cool to explore it,
I love it. Well, I'm curious to see more and more getting us involved in that. But you're definitely the expert.